Hello YouTube. Once again we'll be driving the Class 43 from Reading to London Paddington. And this is a service as opposed to a scenario. And will be winter clear conditions today. And as usual, any assists that we have will surely, as always, be speed changes. We'll be notified of them, as well as distance to destination. So as you can see, nice and bright. We've got a yellow signal ahead. We'll set headlights today. First and foremost, let's get our DSD alarms on. If I can manage that. What's wrong with me? AWS alarm. Release our master key. As always, set throttle to forward. Cancel the AWS. Release brake. You can see our lights are on. No need for the wipers today. And we'll set throttle to 3 and move off. Time is 9:50. We've got 28 minutes now to reach London Paddington. Again, this will be the first time that I've completed this route. No practice, so we'll need to keep an eye on our speed, keep an eye out, and to listen out for our AWS and any yellow signals. We'll increase the speed to around 40 miles an hour. Although we have just passed the yellow signal, and I can see some signals ahead. So we're expecting a red. And we'll increase the brake into full service. That's the AWS to confirm that it's red. Decrease braking. So as it's rush hour and we've got a red signal ahead, it must mean there's plenty of AI along this route. Scenery looks nice, apart from the red lights. First time pulling out of any station that I've encountered a yellow followed by a red light. So hopefully it should be more of an interesting / challenging route. As soon as the light changes to yellow, we'll increase our speed slightly. Don't want too much acceleration as we may run into another red light. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we won't be stuck here for too long. While we're waiting on the red light, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll just have a look at our train today. As you can see, the Class 43. We've still got that red light. Let's see what's holding us up. See a train changing, Class 166, which must mean we're about to get a yellow light. And we've got green. So as we've got green, we'll give maximum acceleration. Make sure that our brake is released first. And soon enough we should see the 166. If it is a 166, which held us up, which it is. So we've got clearance to proceed to 125 miles an hour. It's your DSD alarm. I expect a few of those along the route. Those are AWS. Both alarms must be cancelled within 3 seconds of activating. Otherwise the train shuts down into emergency braking, which will cause considerable delay to your journey. So we've got 23 minutes to cover 33 miles. Let's see what we can do to get there on time. So as we gain speed up towards 125 miles an hour, what trains are you looking forward to most? Personally, I'm looking forward to the Azuma train, otherwise known as the Class 801. As I'm based in Newcastle upon Tyne, that'll be along my local route. So I'm quite excited about that one. Dovetail haven't yet released any announcements though on what's going to be released next on the other than West Somerset. It's going to be an exciting year, hopefully around Christmas. They'll have plenty of add-ons by then, I'm sure. So we've just reached 125 mile an hour, so we need to back off the throttle. Don't want to lose too much speed as we're on a really tight schedule. We've got 19 minutes to cover 26 miles. Like I said earlier on, it's going to be a really close one. I want to make up as much time as possible. As we pass the freighter, a Class 1. As we're chasing time, we really want to spend as much time as possible as I can in the 125 mile an hour. So we shouldn't hear too much more DSD alarms. As there'll be plenty of throttle changes both up and down to maintain as much time as possible in that 125 mile an hour without speeding. Definitely making up time. We've got 20 minutes to go. 16 and a half minutes to get there. That's our AWS, which indicates yellow signal ahead. So let's keep an eye out for that. Hopefully it's green, which it is. Cancel the brake. Let's get our throttle back up. So we've got roughly 14 and a half minutes for the remaining 16 miles. Definitely making up time. A little bit more confident of arriving on time. Let's see what we can do to arrive exactly on time. If not, a little early. So we've got 11 minutes to cover 11 miles. We will need time to slow down. Like I say, it's still going to be quite close. There'll be a few speed restrictions as we enter London Paddington, or approach London Paddington. So we've still got to get some time in the bag. Won't be long before we start getting speed restriction for 100 miles per hour. Then it goes down to 50 before eventually being restricted to 25. It's less than 10 miles out. Let's make up as much time as we can, so we've got that little spare for any lights that we encounter as we approach. So we've now just got under 8 miles to go. And we've got roughly 8.5 minutes to do it in. So we have made up some time. There comes the speed reductions that I was talking about. We can coast for a little bit. We'll start reducing the speed down to 100 around 1.5 miles outside. Might get some late braking on. We'll leave the braking for another third of a mile before getting some heavy braking on. Not too heavy so that passengers are comfortable. We'll get off the throttle now. Step 3 of braking for now. We want to get down to 100. Maybe even step 2. Half a mile out. We'll reduce further at 500 yards. If we need to. Let go of the braking. Down to 100 just in time. Don't think the passengers would have felt that too much. So, next reduction or speed restriction is 50 miles an hour, and that's 2 miles. So we can afford to coast for now at 99. That'll slowly reduce, and we'll increase the braking at around 1 mile outside again with some heavy braking. We were okay with step 3. Let's see how we go with that one again. We'll start with step 2. AWS. And we'll increase to step 3. Reducing slowly but surely. Decrease to step 2 for now. Should get down to 50 and 300 yards. And release braking. It's a class 43. Stopped at a red light, as it looks like we'll be changing track also. Next speed reduction should take us down to 25 miles an hour, but we'll keep an eye on that. There's the track change. Next speed reduction is down to 40 miles an hour, so we can coast for a little bit. As we pass the class 166, let's get initial braking on. As we make another track change. And we'll put the brakes back on at around 300 yards. And releasing the brake with 100 yards to go. Green light. Looks like we have another track change. Yes, we do. Speed restriction of 0.6 of a mile down to 25, so we'll put some braking on. May want to increase that a bit. Decrease braking, keep it on initial. I think we can let go of it a bit. As we coast in, currently at 27, I'm sure we'll decrease to 25 by the time 600 yards comes around. Got a yellow light ahead, that should take us into the platform. Looks like we're going to be on time. Scheduled time was 10:19, currently 10:15 as we approach the platforms. Let's approach the platforms at 20 miles an hour. As we see some Class 43s. We'll have a look at them. Once we've stopped, as we see a Class 166 alongside. Nothing to the left. Got a little time to play with, so let's get the speed right down, make sure we don't hit the buffers. And let's stop on our marker. Let's get the doors open and see how we're done. Throttles on idle. Full service on the brakes. Whilst we're unloading passengers, let's get the tail lights on for the next train to depart. Throttle in neutral. Master key on. Again, as always, please feel free to enter any comments that you like. You can hit the subscribe button if you like. Relatively new to uploading videos to YouTube. Let's get the doors locked. And let's go and check how close we were to the buffers. Pretty close. But it's close to perfect as they come. So here we've got a Class 166 and we've got two Class 43s. We'll finish off the video looking at those. Not too sure what time they're due to finish at. Or depart at, I should say. And I'll turn my engine off. Yep, no engine fumes, so we're shut down. We'll go to the end of the platform, see if we can see any trains departing. Don't really care for collectibles. No trains in the distance. Can see another Class 166 to the left, followed by the Class 43 that we've just driven. Doesn't look like we're going to get any movement anytime soon. So thanks for watching.